Path of Love is an incredibly well-crafted 7-day process that changes people's lives forever. It just is set up in such a way that it takes people right into the big questions that they have for their lives, and it brings them all the way through. People go through the most amazing transformations.
The Path of Love is a process that will change your life forever. It's a 7-day intensive where you have all the support, your very, very safe environment, and you have all the time and the space to really connect with yourself and find out what is the real meaning of your life, what you are truly here for.
Broken hearts and broken wings, bring it on, everything.
So for me, Path of Love is light and happiness and joy, but more importantly even, it's really embracing the dark stuff. To be seen in it, and to be accepted in it, and most importantly, to be able to embrace it myself.
And I found this process, and I just did it. And it was... wow, what a ride. And for me, it absolutely delivered more than I could imagine.
Well, my day job is being a psychotherapist, so I'm used to taking people through processes in their own lives, obviously, and helping them explore their own emotions. And I found myself at a place in my life where it became evident to me that I needed to do some work on myself. And I hunted around and I was researching and trying to find, I looked at all kinds of different retreats and what would be right for me. And a friend said, The Path of Love, and something about it kind of caught my interest. And I said, what is that?
And all is welcome here. La, 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 la. La, 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 la. La, 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 la.
I experienced 2 hours event of Path of Love in Cologne, and I had 2 hours of a taste of Path of Love. And I said, if these 2 hours produce me this, what will happen in 7 days? I started to realize more and more the conditioning that I was following in my life. In a past life, I was a lawyer. And then just by realizing how I was following the longing of somebody else, and then just Path of Love allowing me to come back to myself and my own longing, then changing life again.
If there would have been anything that would be dogmatic or secular, I would have run away in a second. But this is not what I found. I found precisely the total opposite. It was not about telling me what I have to think, what I have to say, what I have to be, but allow me to be myself in a very safe environment.
You know, Path of Love is open to anybody, young people, old people, but basically it's somebody who has a real burning desire to make some kind of change in their life. They're either at a crossroads where they need to make a big decision, or maybe they have everything on the outside, but something on the inside is like nagging at them. They feel a kind of emptiness or a lack of meaning and purpose, and they just decide at some point, you know what, I'm going to go and do the Path of Love. And in a way, you could say that people come to the Path of Love when their curiosity about who they really are gets greater than their fear.
To the winds I cast my fate and the remnants of my fear.
Well, I went into it with a kind of shopping list of things that I knew about myself that I was going to deal with. So I was very clear, I need to deal with X, Y, Z, my mother, blah, blah, blah. The experience I had was very different from what I expected. And I was able to find and explore and discover parts of myself that really were very unconscious for me when I walked in the door. And also I can say, as a psychotherapist, of course, we make the worst clients because we think we know everything. And I walked in there slightly going, well, come on, who are these people? And what are they going to teach me that I don't know already? And I found very quickly, within about 30 minutes, that wasn't going to work. That particular defense was going to be of no use to me. And the overall sensation I had was of being very skillfully disarmed by a group of people who knew what they were doing. and feeling very safe in that.
I was in the middle of a burnout, working in Wall Street, had lots of things going on in my life that I had not processed. My entire life changed after Path of Love. I became more authentic. I started relating to people differently, whether it be in my work environment or my family, friends, my intimate relationships. Everything really rapidly changed after that. It was a bit of a roller coaster at first, but then slowly I managed to integrate and really use the tools I've learned in the process into my daily life, and it really changed me for the better. I think I became more who I am, actually.
Above all is a very deep sense of loving yourself, a really deep sense of acceptance and finding actually that you are a beautiful, rich human being. And out of that inner discovery, we then have a very, very different way how we connect with the world. You know, if we really love ourselves, we connect differently with our children. If we love ourselves, we connect differently with our partners. We love ourselves, we connect differently with the work that we do. It changes everything. Self-love is really the big key.
So bring your laughter and bring your tears, your busy lives and your careers, and bring the pain you carried for years. All is welcome here.
Qualities that have been uncovered by going through the process have really helped me in my relationships in my business. I've been able to build stronger and better relationships with the people that I work with and that work for me. I think they appreciate the honesty and being able to be honest with me. We don't have to go into such games and such plays the whole time. You know, we can be direct with each other, we can be honest with each other, and we can move on.
Over the last 20 years, we really learned to hold a very, very safe and very nourishing container for you. It's absolutely safe to be there. You'll be taken care of in a way that you have never, most likely, never experienced.
It's not just about feeling wonderful, but it can make you feel wonderful. It's also about really opening up to when you don't feel wonderful. And for me, that's accepting all the vulnerable parts of myself. And in accepting those, what you might call negative sides, it then opens a doorway into a feeling of more wholeness. And that for me is the life lesson that I've got from Path of Love.
So once people sign up for the Path of Love, they are part of a worldwide community of thousands of people who all have done Path of Love. So if people really want to, they have every possibility to keep going with their inner work.
I think I got the courage to stand in my own feet for my truth, and for my truth first to myself. And this was the most difficult one. And still is a work in progress. And this is the beauty, that is always work in progress.
When I finished this process the first time, I just thought, but this is something we should have everywhere, at school, any age, any profession, in any companies. It's something that we all need to go through.
All is welcome here. All is welcome.